even between your own accounts. And most of these funds, Mr. Speaker, would have already suffered various taxes because these funds include salaries, sales proceeds, investments, rental income, and diaspora remittances. It is inconsistent, Mr. Speaker, sir, with the government's agenda of financial inclusion and may impede the efforts of reaching out to the unbanked. In fact, even those who are already banked may think of closing their accounts and resort to keeping their money under their pillows. Mr. Speaker, sir, you may have noticed recently that since the announcement of this levy, most banking halls are always full of customers queuing up to make lump sum withdrawals. It's like there is some sort of run on the banks due to this levy. This levy, Mr. Speaker, sir, is coming on top of other exorbitant bank charges and will likely discourage diaspora remittances at a time when we need the remittances more to fix our forex challenges. This levy is retrogressive, counterproductive, and must be scraped off by this House, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have also seen the Honourable Minister of Finance introduce very strange exercise tax on women's beauty accessories, like wristwatches, perfumes, makeup, necklaces, earrings, bangles, bracelets, and others. Well, why does the Honourable Minister seem to have problems with our women looking good? Mr. Speaker, sir, women's beauty must not be made to be expensive. Looking good must not be punished by taxes. Why does the Honourable Minister seem to be allergic to women's beauty? What crime have women in this country committed against the DPP administration? This tax, Mr. Speaker, sir, is tantamount to violence against women and must be reviewed. Mr. Speaker, sir, the other retrogressive tax proposed in this budget is excise tax on hybrid vehicles. This, Mr. Speaker, sir, does not make sense at all at a time when the country is struggling forex for fuel importation. We all know, Mr. Speaker, sir, that fuel importation eats up a chunk of meager forex reserves. We should therefore not be introducing policies that incentivize importation of hybrid and electric vehicles and not tax policies that punish their importation. Mr. Speaker, sir, through you, I would also like to let the Honourable Minister know that since the introduction of new pay rates in the last mid-year review, many workers, including civil servants, whose salaries are already relatively low, have had net pay reductions in nominal terms at a time when their income continues to be eroded by the high inflation. This, Mr. Speaker, sir, coupled with the high increase we have had on fuel prices, has made the lives of many workers unbearable. Actually, even some who are driving to Capitol Hill are now walking because they can't afford fuel and their salaries have nominally been reduced because of the new rates. Freeze on employment and promotions. Mr. Speaker, sir, government has frozen promotions and recruitment, of course, except for teachers and medical personnel, in all the MDAs to contain the wage bill. Interestingly, Mr. Speaker, sir, this even includes parastatals that are not government subvented. We are taught there's no money to pay for the new recruits. Mr. Speaker, sir, isn't it ironical that there is no money to recruit young men and women who are graduating thousands every year, but there is lots of money for other items like the cancerous CDF at 1.1 trillion. How much does a new recruit get? On average, 500,000. 10,000 of them, Mr. Speaker, sir, in a year would cost about just 60 billion. How much is that compared to these other items? So it's not a question of raising more resources for the moment. That would widen the fiscal deficit. No. It is a matter of apportionment of fiscal resources within the fiscal envelope. It is a matter of prioritizing in resource allocation. This simply means, Mr. Speaker, sir, that the administration does not prioritize the welfare of the youth, which is very concerning. Mr. Speaker, sir, isn't it paradoxical that government says it has introduced free secondary education with the aim of encouraging youth to go to school, and the same government freezes employment in all the MDAs? Of what benefit is school if there are no employment opportunities? Mr. Speaker, sir, currently, And I speak this as former Minister of Labour. Currently, the unemployment rate, according to the Labour Force Survey recently released by NSO, is at about 20%, which is the highest in the region. And we cannot afford to have policies that further worsen the situation. Employment is not simply for survival, Mr. Speaker, sir. It increases income at household level, creates demand on goods and services, and helps grow the economy. Its multiplier effect, Mr. Speaker, sir, is massive. Corruption. The greatest enemy to this budget, Mr. Speaker, sir, is corruption. Corruption plunders fiscal resources without mercy. It deprives the public of proper services. It benefits the privileged and corrupt few, while impoverishing the rest. With the heavy tax burden imposed on Malawians, most of whom live on less than $1 a day, it is criminal and immoral for the public purse to keep leaking the way it is. Mr. Speaker, sir, the level of corruption reported in the past 6 months alone is unprecedented. It's not that Malawians expected much change from this administration, but what has shocked many, Mr. Speaker, sir, is the fact that the impunity and corruption has manifested too soon. We are talking of 6 months into the term. You see, even in marriage, rarely do partners in marriage show their toxicity in the first 6 months of their marriage. You don't show your true colors in the honeymoon phase of marriage. No, you don't. It even takes much longer for the couple to show their true colors when they have had to come back together after a divorce, as has been the case with the DBP administration and our nation. Take, for example, Mr. Speaker, sir, the Amaris Hotel corruption scandal. Barely 6 months into the term, boom, 98 billion kwacha already gone and shared. And we hear even the remaining balance has also been paid. It's gone. It's already shared as I speak now, Mr. Speaker, sir. And it's appalling, Right Honorable Speaker, how a government doesn't seem bothered with a scandal. A less than 36 billion hotel inflated to 128 billion, with 98 billion gone and the balance already gone, and shared despite the objection from the RBM. And nobody is arrested, Mr. Speaker, sir. Nobody in authority seems to care. While the Minister of Finance, under whom the Public Finance Management Act places custody of all public resources and assets, silently looks away. Mr. Speaker, sir, where is the fiscal police on this matter? Where is the ACB on this scandal? Where is FIA on this matter as well? The indifference, Mr. Speaker, sir, tells Malawians a story. A sad story that some untouchables are involved in this scandal. It didn't have to take social media influencers to blow the whistle and Parliament to undertake an inquiry on the corruption scandal. In fact, we must commend the chair for PAC and the team that are doing a commendable job. But you are aware, Mr. Speaker, sir, that Parliament, PAC, does not have prosecutorial powers. They don't. We have institutions in government that have those powers. In fact, some of the people that appeared before PAC were supposed to be arrested right there because of what they have done in this scandal. Mr. Speaker, sir, we are, however, Mr. Speaker, sir, heartened by the state president's statement. We are heartened, Mr. Speaker, sir, by what the state president said over the weekend, that he is keenly following the PAC inquiry with keen interest, and that he will take appropriate action. And we pray the president will live up to his word. Mr. Speaker, sir, time will fail me to talk about the taxpayers' revenue pilferage in the justice sector, including the dubious out-of-court settlements in the Ministry of Justice. The leakage, Mr. Speaker, sir, is too much and must stop. Taxes are a burden to people, and we demand proper stewardship over the taxpayers' money, Mr. Speaker, sir. You see, if government institutions continue to be quiet, there will come a time that Malawians, especially this generation, is going to take the law into their own hands. Because those that we pay so much, including the SB, to do their work, they're doing nothing. And Malawians soon may take the law into their own hands, because they cannot continue, Mr. Speaker, sir, to see their resources being plundered while we have institutions simply watching, Mr. Speaker, sir. Recommendations, Mr. Speaker, sir. We need reforms to ensure food security. One of the challenges that we face as a country is that we know exactly what needs to be done, but we are not politically bold enough to do it. We expected board reforms on such programs as AIP that continue to drain the public purse and widen the fiscal deficit with no tangible results as we continue to have chronic hunger. Something, Mr. Speaker, sir, surely has to be done. Number two, we must restore macroeconomic stability. We commend the efforts that the Honourable Minister is taking on fiscal consolidation and debt restructuring, and we fully support the austerity measures to ensure fiscal discipline. However, more should be done to accelerate growth above 6%. Three, we must fix the forex challenges. One of the promises of the current administration was that they were going to fix the forex challenges. But you are aware, Mr. Speaker, sir, that we are still struggling to access forex. The steps so far taken to address the forex challenges are quite commendable as well, but we think more can be done in incentivizing and diversifying exports through strengthening regulatory framework for trade facilitation. We must also deliberately invest in areas that will reduce dependence on imports. Mining remains a low-hanging fruit, and we could quickly unlock its potential. Forex challenges could soon be history. Number four, we must continue investing in critical infrastructure that will spur sustainable economic development. We need to fast-track the World Bank-funded Mparamanga hydropower project and the rehabilitation of Unkula and the Gabijira hydropower stations. Mr. Speaker, sir, another critical investment that could be done by way of PPP is the construction of a modern and bigger Kamuzu International Airport. Mr. Speaker, you would recall that for 2 months I was Deputy Minister of Transport and Public Works, and I know the current Minister of Transport, the Honourable Leader, knows that our strategic partner in Malawi Airlines, Ethiopian Airlines, has serious intentions to make here an aviation hub for the region and continental as well as intercontinental flights. This has the potential, Mr. Speaker, sir, to create more employment, generate more forex through airport user fees from airlines and transiting passengers, while taking hospital industry to another level. The multiplier effect of this investment could be massive. These are the sorts of investments or projects, Mr. Speaker, sir, with high returns that as a country must fast track. Number five, we need to enhance revenue mobilization through increased efficiency and broadening the tax base and bring money from informal sector into the tax net, as opposed to overtaxing the very same person in the formal sector. Number six, we must deal with corruption decisively. It is a rob of public resources and an enemy to our socio-economic progress. Number seven, to avoid moving in cycles, as we've done in the past 3 decades since the advent of multi-party democracy, Mr. Speaker, sir, we need to legislate on fiscal deficit to at most 3% of the GDP in line with the SADC threshold. Fiscal deficits, Mr. Speaker, sir, remain the root of our perennial economic malaise. The appetite for more freebies, like a socialist state, worsens the situation and should be tamed. We must learn to live within our means. Mr. Speaker, sir, for a minute, let me break it down. The economic challenges that this country continues to face is as a result of the fiscal deficit. We want to live beyond our means as a country. Even at household level, if you want to be living beyond your levels of income, you get into debt trap. It is actually our thinking, Mr. Speaker, sir, that we need to legislate on fiscal deficit, because the debt levels that we have now are the same as the levels that we had in the 2000s. Until in 2005, when when multilateral donors, forgave our debt, we were, I think, in 2006, around 20% of our GDP. And then we began to grow. I think I remember in 2007, we grew by about 9%. The subsequent year, 8%, 10%, until we began to accumulate the debt again. And by 2019, it was about 60-something% of the GDP. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, we need to legislate on fiscal deficit, because fiscal deficit remains the root of the challenges that we have as a country. Because the deficits, basically what we are doing by approving deficit budget is we are telling the minister, go and borrow so that we live large, we live beyond our means. And what does borrowing do? Borrowing will actually affect the interest rates, will push inflation. That's what borrowing does, Mr. Speaker, sir. So we need to legislate on this. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, This budget's success will not depend on expenditure allocations, but on whether Malawi can close the external financing gap, stabilize the exchange rate, rebuild forex reserves, contain money supply growth, and reduce inflation sustainably. Without resolving external imbalance, fiscal consolidation alone may not deliver stability. Mr. Speaker, sir, as I conclude, I want to remind the administration that this administration promised to deal with inflation. Today, non-food inflation continues to rise. I remember they used to move around with a bar of Nima soap in the rallies to show to those that attend the rallies. Today, that Nima, Mr. Speaker, is more expensive than it was 6 months ago, just like other items like fuel. Mr. Speaker, sir, the administration promised to deal with corruption, but 6 months into the term, 98 billion is already gone in broad daylight, and those state institutions are too frozen to act. How much more will be stolen in the next 4.5 years? Simple proportion math, Mr. Speaker, sir, gives me close to $1 trillion that we must expect to be looted in the next 4.5 years. Mr. Speaker, sir, the administration promised to lessen the economic burden on the people. Today, life for many Malawians is much more miserable than it was 6 months ago. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to conclude with a proverb, a very common one. Mawa kumaliopa, pobeza nthawi nkachani koti. Nthawi nkachitsiru. My Congress party supports this budget. Thank you very much.
I see Deputy Leader. Deputy Leader.
Good afternoon, Honorable Speaker. Informing the nation and disinforming the nation about, and he mentioned in his speech about 98 billion and the Marie's case. The case that is under public inquiry. Would want to say this. One, the matter is under public inquiry, and surely it is not right to bring it on the table in the House. Number two, Malawians should know the masterminder of the Amarellis deal. It is the government of Chakwera. It is Zamba. It is Zamba who masterminded this. And Zamba recruited Kizaso Nyilongo. It is Zamba who recruited Kizaso Nyilongo. And Kizaso Nyilongo went on. Deputy. Still this man.
Deputy Leader.
Mr. Speaker.
Can I have order? Order, please.
I would want to say this. This side will not.
Deputy Leader. Let me say this. Order.
Can I finish?
Order. Can I say something?
Can I finish?
Please sit down.
I will finish.
Deputy Leader, avoid mentioning names of people that are not. I will withdraw
the names, but I should say that this deal started in the previous government of my Congress party. This former. No. I will mention Zamba. I will mention Zamba again. And it is also Nyilango. I will mention. Now, Honorable Speaker, it is not also true that the Minister of Finance does not administer pension funds. He doesn't administer pension funds. Pension funds, the former Minister of Finance is here, he can actually bear testimony. Pension funds are funds that are managed by fund managers. That money is with the banks. When they are paying, that money is not paid by the Minister of Finance. Now, to allege that the Minister of Finance is at the center of this, that is wrong. So, I want to finish like this. Chair Public Accounts. Chakwera to come and testify. Call Zaba to come and testify. We want to know what happened. Thank you very much. We want to know what
Thank you. Thank you. Honourable members, please let's take our seats. Leader, let me say one thing before you come in. Honourable members, as I said earlier, the issue of Amaryllis Hotel is being handled by our competent committee. I will not entertain any more discussions regarding Amaryllis Hotel in the chamber, and we will wait for the right time to bring that issue when the committee is done. Let us not preempt. What we are doing is totally wrong because we don't know what the committee will come up with and will recommend. So for now, let the committee do its job. Let's give them the support they need, and they will come out with a report. Thank you so much. Leader, I saw you standing.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for that very important guidance, which is appreciated. But it is also important to underscore one important fundamental, that when you are conducting an inquiry, it doesn't start with the end. It starts with the beginning. This is very important because for you to ascertain what has happened, you must start with the origin of the whole issue. I thought I needed to put this on record. Second, that it is this administration that brought a statement in this very house in regards to this important issue. For one good reason, transparency and accountability demands that the matter be brought to this house, and that's what we did. And I thought, ordinarily, that side of the house should have been very appreciative. That as a government, we came and brought this information, in the house for them to conduct an inquiry. So I thought I needed to set this straight. That said, yes, that said, I wanted to indicate one thing, that no one in this house has got the authority or the power to dictate to the president what he must do. The president has spoken, and I listened to the door of the house, demanding that the president must act and fire individuals. Our president is a professor of law. He does things procedurally. That is why he said he was showing this matter with keen interest. Coming from a learned man, we need to take that word seriously. And therefore, to attempt to influence the president to make decisions in a rush, that will not happen. This must be put on record. That will not happen. The president will act as and when he deems it fit. I wanted to put this on record in response to what the head of the opposition had indicated. I submit, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Leader. Before I come to you, Opposition Whip, I've seen the Honourable Minister of Education has been rising for some time now. Let me give him a chance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The honourable member who took the floor repeated a rumor to the effect that this government is going to be charging a fee for certificates. He repeated that it was a rumor. As soon as the rumor that was propagated by that side came out, we issued a statement that this rumor is false. It is untrue. It is therefore disingenuous of the honorable member to repeat that rumor here. Having originated it themselves, they want to perpetuate it. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, honourable members. It's now 8 minutes past 3. Let me acknowledge, opposition whip. Is that a point of order?
Yes.
Please proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Sir, Speaker, is it in order that as a House we continue debating on the budget, which is a compendium of assumptions whose implementation highly hinges on our ability to collect enough revenue and the ability of those in offices to control expenditure? Both of these hinge on the credibility of the individuals that are charged with that responsibility. Speaker, is it in order that while the budget that we are about to debate on is about money that is to be administered on behalf of the public, we have other huge amounts, as has been mentioned? I know you have ruled, and I'm having that at the back of my mind. But the same individuals, in this case, the Honorable Minister of Finance, who stood in this House and gave assurances that the matter had been discontinued and no payment had been made for the purchase of the hotel. It was said in this House. It's in the Hansards. He said that matter has been discontinued. No payment has been made. It was this House that rose to say, no, Minister, a payment of over 90 billion has been made. Is it in order that we continue to debate a budget that is being entrusted with the same Minister of Finance who can come into this House and feed this House with lies that payments were not made when the matter was continuing? First, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, is to request that the Public Accounts Committee should finalize this matter before we debate the budget. Let the matter be finalized. Let the Public Accounts Committee, that has already shown commitment that they can meet even 24/7 without resting. Can we as a House ride on the goodwill that you and the President have shown? Give this committee time to continue and finalize the investigation into the hotel purchase. Then we return and pass the budget. Thank you, sir.
Zomba, Leader of the House.
Right Honourable Speaker, it will not be in my interest
There is no substance in him.
to engage any of my colleagues on that side over this matter. The one that invited the minister to bring a statement in this House was no other than myself. The minister did not, if my memory serves me right, indicate that money had not been paid. All I remember was that he had informed this House that if any money has been paid, it was going to be recalled. And the Reserve Bank wrote a letter to that effect, advising, guiding, directing the pension funds managers to ensure that the money that had been paid should be brought back to the funds. The two are not the same, they're different. To say that the money would be recalled and that has not been paid are two different. We may want to recall the Hansard. We're all here. But that is what the minister has said in this House. Simple. So to allege that the minister had lied in this house is probably not correct. And it is unfair on the minister. I submit, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can I have order? Can I have order? Honourable members, I made a ruling on the issue of the Amaryllis Hotel, and I hope we will not bring it back. Let us not compromise the work of our committee. Some of the allegations being mentioned here, I don't think make sense. We'll just divert the attention of our citizens out there and mislead the committee. But one thing that leader of opposition whip should know is that Amaryllis Hotel deal with the pension fund. The pension funds, the leader of opposition sitting next to you should have whispered to you that is not administered by the Minister of Finance. They administer it themselves. They pay who they want without even him knowing. So maybe, Honorable Leader of Opposition, you should pass that message there. Before we divert the attention out there, I just wanted to make it clear, I will not entertain any more Amaryllis Hotel issues here until the committee comes up with a report. I rule again. Yes, Minister of Justice.
Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, this being a House of Record, is it in order? Is it in order for the whip opposition to use the unparliamentary language, referring to the unparliamentary language? Unparliamentary language. Is it in order? Is it in order for the opposition whip to use language which is unparliamentary, referring to the Minister of Finance to have lied to this House? I thought it is not in order, and it should not be maintained on the Hansards.
Thank you, Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I need.
Can I please have order? Order. Can I have order?
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honourable members, it's a Monday. We want to have a good week, right?
Absolutely.
Can we listen to the Minister of Justice? Order, please. Minister of Justice, please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Right Honorable Speaker, I thought this being a House of Record, the record should be corrected, that the opposition whip should not use the word lying against the Minister of Finance. It is not language which should be used on the Hansards of this House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Opposition whip, indeed, you did mention lies. You did mention. Kindly withdraw that word so that we proceed peacefully, please.
Speaker, the answers are very clear. The word lie did not come from me. But I did say that the minister said it in this house. I did not use that word lied. But if it did come out to his hearing that what I said meant lying, then, Honorable Speaker, I withdraw that.
Thank you very much, Whip. Yes, Mwanza Central.
Thank you very much.
Honourable members, can I have order? For the last time, I'm asking for order. For the last time, I'm asking for order.
Yeah, thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Without reflecting on you, I just wanted to bring it to your attention that Honourable Member for Dedzam London is a whip for MCP, not for the opposition. We have a whip for UTM, we have a whip for UDF. So I'm not reflecting you, Right Honourable Speaker, but I thought I needed just to bring it to your attention. Thank you.
I have taken note of that, and thank you for that correction. Indeed, honourable members, we are now there's a casino. What is going out of order again?
Chair, this house, we go by our standing orders. The standing orders which this house follows says whip of opposition. If you go back in our standing orders, it recognizes as a whip of opposition, not the whip of political party. It's a whip of opposition. So to take what the Mwanza Central said as a gospel truth, then we are going away from what our standing order says.
Yeah, there's a casino. If you can I have order. There's a casino. The meaning of whip in our standing orders means, let me read it for you. Whip. Koyambirira. Page 10. Check page 10. Whip means a member appointed by the leadership of a party to look after the conduct of members in relation to business of assembly or committees. So indeed, he is a whip for MCP. Honourable members, we are going to break 9 minutes early because I want to give time to the chairperson of the Budget Committee to present his report, his committee report, once we get back from health break. Therefore, I will suspend the House for health break, and we will be back at 15:51, 9 minutes to 4. House suspended.